Glass of God First Impressions review. Tastes nice, but I've had enough drinks. Time for another seasonal first impression, this one on Glass of God / Bartender. There will be spoilers for the first 3 episodes. This show is focused on and pays very strong respects to the practice of mixing drinks and bartending. To some, a bar isn't just a place to have a drink. It's a place to relax, get away from your struggles, to meet new people, and make memories. Mixing drinks is more complicated than just throwing ingredients together. It's an art that takes years of practice. Making someone the right drink isn't just about giving them what they ask for. It's about figuring out what will suit their tastes and feelings at the moment. These are the kinds of ideas that this anime presents. I'm not someone who shares this reverence for alcohol, to be honest. Alcoholic drinks are just another kind of flavored drink to have occasionally. I don't go out of my way for it much or think about it too deeply. But I do respect people's loves for alcohol. I just don't personally share it. And I do think there's a lot of silliness and elitism around it that I tend to poke fun at. There are parts of the show where Ryu was pontificating about the drink he made, where my response was, okay, sure, whatever you say, buddy. So if you're someone who does not have a genuine affinity for alcohol, I think this one may focus on it too much for you. That's how I personally feel. I respect the passion other people have for alcohol, though, which I think is being reflected here very well. I can see what it's going for, and I wouldn't say it's failing at it. What it's doing just doesn't work for me. If you have a deep connection with alcohol, there is a lot of meaning here for you. My favorite part is when Ryu makes the drinks styled after the late previous bartender for the chairman, who refused to enjoy anyone else's drinks. All the segments talk about the meaning of the drinks are fine, they're all well and good. But the message I felt the most is the one about how a flavor can bring you back to an earlier time in life. This works best for me because it does not need any connection with alcohol specifically to be relatable. Most people have a food or drink that reminds them of a happy time in their life. One of those for me is my dad's homemade pesto. I've had it so many times over the years and it still tastes the best of any pesto I've had. After giving it the 3-episode treatment, which I personally believe is giving a show a proper chance, for reference, my first impressions, posts, and audio blogs are based on the first 3 episodes of a show, I will not be continuing this one. But that is not because of some glaring issue with the show. I don't think there's anything especially bad about it or anything along those lines. I just don't really care for the subject matter, and this show doesn't offer enough outside of its hobby. I've enjoyed various hobby shows that focus on subjects I'm not particularly into, such as Do It Yourself, which is DIY, March Comes In Like a Lion, which is shogi, and Your Lie in April, which is performing music. But those shows offered things other than the main hobby that I really strongly latched onto, such as immediately striking characters, great presentation, and strong emotional resonance. Nothing about Glass of God in these areas grabbed me, but I can see how it could be more gripping for others. I think people who have a greater appreciation for drinking culture will have much more to resonate with here. If you have a strong appreciation for alcohol and bars, you should really check this one out if you aren't watching or reading it already. Thanks for listening.